Hey guys. So I'm gonna share some of my own personal insight on the current events that are happening right now. Um, this what we are watching right now is the final battle between light and dark. And that is at a bigger scale, like whenever you zoom out and you focus on, the whole picture, it is light and dark, okay? But it is expressing itself right now in our political form. So what I ask everyone to do right now is just zoom out of every little detail of what is happening right now. Zoom out of every distraction that we see right now, okay? And if you have an open mind, if you are someone who wants to see the light, then this is going to be helpful for you. If not, just keep on scrolling. So, this has to be done this way. This has to be presented in such a way that it will wake up everyone, okay? So this is part of the Great Awakening. This is something that is has been designed, has been orchestrated, it's been already done. And whenever we are so zoomed in and so caught up in all the little itty bitty distractions, we're not able to connect the dots. And that is the intention of the distraction, so that you can't connect the dots to see the bigger picture. Looking forward, we might not be able to connect all the dots, but looking backward, we can. So I invite you to just zoom out right now and start connecting your own dots. So on a bigger scale, when we look at this, it's easy to see that obviously something's off. Like even every dark event that we've gone through. So we've gone through the election, we've gone through all the processes since the election that we're all like, oh yeah, this is going to work, right? It's not meant to work. It's not meant to work, because if it would, nothing would change. The dark would not be exposed. So even of the events of 2 days ago, it had to be done that way, because now that we went through that darkness, more light can be exposed. So as painful as it is to believe certain things right now, or to look at certain things and have them appear to be real, you have to understand in your own self that this is all a part of a much bigger picture. And what I mean by that is, over the coming days, the coming weeks, and the coming months, things are going to be exposed that even those of us who have known about things for a long time, who have, been researching, that have been just really critical thinkers, even some things that are going to shock us. So it's just important to hold space for all of that to unfold, for everyone to be able to come to their own awakening. This is not something that, it's I told you so, or I knew this was going to happen, or all these things. Like, we don't want to hold those energies. So there's so many things that are happening on a geopolitical level that are completely out of our eyes, okay? And they have been happening for years, completely out of our eyes, okay? So that we can counteract, what was intended by the dark ones, the dark forces of this planet. So, and for those of you that have been researching, that have been, connecting your own dots, that have been called names, that have been done all these things, like, exactly what I'm talking about. And all that's about to be exposed. We're not going to have to wait much longer. So the beauty of this is, whenever we can step back, zoom out from arguing with each other, zoom out from pointing fingers, zoom out from pointing what's fake and what's real, because a lot of this is fake. We are watching a movie. We are like, if you are able to zoom out and look at specific details without any attachment to any of it, regardless of the person, of if it's someone you like, if it's someone you don't like. A lot of people like to allow their hate to completely eradicate their logic. And that's what's kind of happening right now, is the people that were even so hateful are like, wait a second, this doesn't make sense. Something's still not right. Like, even though I might have wanted this, something's still not right. So that is what this is intended to do. And if you look close enough, if you zoom out and get a bigger picture, and then you zoom in on certain things and you look close enough, you'll see what's real and what's not real. You'll notice that things don't quite add up, and you'll see the flaws. And you'll be able to see, the light at the end of the tunnel here. So again, this is just a time of heavy, heavy exposure. There are so many emotions flowing around right now. And what's happening is, as we are shifting timelines, and shifting into a higher frequency timeline, all of this, all of the corruption, all of that dark has to come to light. Even if things were to quote unquote play out as they appear to be confirmed right now, it would never work, because humanity has shifted so much in its consciousness, and we have raised the vibration of the planet so much that the intentions that these people currently have would not even be able to, it wouldn't be able to sustain itself. So, when we look at it from that perspective, it's easy to see why this had to be done this way, right? Because, as we experience what we're going to experience within the next coming days and weeks and months, and the exposure, what's going to happen is it's a collective clearing. So it's a collective clearing of our own, belief systems, our own traumas, our own things of that nature that can no longer exist in our bodies. And they can no longer exist in the planet. The dark has nowhere to go, all right? Everyone is in a corner right now. So if you've been a researcher, if you're really into history, then you can kind of zoom out and look at it from this aspect, okay? We know that back in, I think it was 1833. Don't quote me on that. It was 18 something, and I just lost the number. We became USA Inc. And whenever we did that, we became an entity of Britain. Now, if you've been following along, you realize that over the last year, we have completely dismantled USA Inc. It is no longer an entity. You used to be able to research this online. You used to be able to pull up the documents and everything. They're gone. As of July 4th last year, when the new Declaration of Independence was signed, you can see that it's no longer an entity. So all of the things that are happening right now are illegal. They are fraudulent. They are for an entity that no longer exists. So imagine if you went and you were married and you got divorced, and you went to go file your taxes, and then you decided you were going to put your ex-wife's name on there. Like, that wouldn't work, right? You couldn't do that, right? If you've already been remarried and all the things. So this is the same thing. So everything that is done under this fraudulent entity right now, this is all going to fall apart. We're going to watch this all collapse. Don't take my word for any of this. Go do your own research. We are back to a Republic of America, okay? So with that being said, things are going to start moving a lot swiftly now. We're going to see a lot more things come to light over the next days, weeks, and months. Most people don't know this. Most people, are just, again, buying what these people are selling them. Okay, so as this comes to light, this is just a reminder to just stay calm, stay peaceful, don't freak out, don't, accuse anyone, don't yell at anyone, don't allow anyone into your space that is also going to do that. Okay, so stay the course. This is going to end up perfect for everyone, I promise you. And I'll talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.